Welcome back to another Mr. Lee Teaches YouTube tutorial. Today we're going to talk about how to customize searches in our Omnibox, how to use specific keywords and search tricks when we're actually Google searching, and then I'm going to talk about a hidden menu that you may not know about in Google image search. So let's check it out. So when I'm going to customize my Omnibox. Now, if you don't know what an Omnibox is, it's this, okay? It's the address bar, but it's the Omnibox because when you search in Google, that's where the search goes. They use that for lots of different things, so it's called the Omnibox. Now, I'm gonna first click on my three dots on the right-hand side, and I'm gonna go down to Settings. And the first thing I'm going to make sure of is that I'm signed in. Whenever you're using Chrome, you always want to make sure that you're signed in with your account, be it your personal account or your school district account or whatever. And that way your extensions come across, your bookmarks come across, all the settings come across, plus the custom searches that you're going to set up will come across as well. So once I'm in my settings page and made sure that I'm signed in, I'm going to scroll down to where it says Search Engine. And where it says Search Engine, it says Manage Search Engines. So I'm going to click on that. And what it's going to do is going to pull up every web page that I've gone to that has the little Search This Web Page bar on it. That is a search engine. And so even if it uses Google, it's a separate search engine. And so it's listed here in my search engines. And you see there's a bunch of them. Lots and lots of web pages you go to have search engines. Now, there's a couple I go to a lot that I want to customize. So I'm going to scroll back up to emojipedia.com or .org. If you've never been there, if you want to search for an emoji, they have it. And you can copy it and paste it wherever you want. That's a whole nother topic. But I want to custom search for it. Instead of having to go to emojipedia.org and then do my search, I just want to do everything from the Omnibox. So I'm going to click on the three dots next to it, and I'm going to go to Edit. And so it's going to pull up all the information about it. It's going to pull up what the search engine name is, which is emojipedia.com.org, and I don't have a problem leaving it that way. But what I want to do is I want to change the keyword, and I'll show you what that does in just a second. So I'm going to change the keyword to just emoji. Actually, I'm going to change it to even shorter. I'm going to call it just emo. And the URL, I'm going to leave that alone, and then I'm going to click Save. And there's one other I want to change for this example, and I'm going to go all the way down because I search YouTube a lot. I want to customize my YouTube search. So I'm going to leave the search engine name there, and I'm just going to shorten it to you. Now, I don't have to leave it like that. I can call it 1234. I can do the keyword as smelly. I can do whatever I want as my keyword. I can do YT. That's actually a good one. I'm going to leave it YT. And so I'm going to save, and then I can actually close out of this, and then I'm going to open up a new tab just to show you. And so here I can either click in my search down here or click in the Omnibox and just do emo space smiley. And when I hit enter, it doesn't take me to a Google search of that. It takes me to the Emojipedia search of that. And these is all the results from smiley. Let's try YouTube. My keyword for that was YT space and Mr. Lee Teaches. Let's just see if I can find me from the Omnibox. Look at that. It pulls up YouTube and it pulls up Mr. Lee Teaches. So those, you can customize all of those search engines. And so you can set them in order to just search from the Omnibox instead of having to go to the website, click on their search, do the search. Everything's from there. So you never have to go to a specific search again. You can do everything from up there if you use the keywords. Tip number 2. Let's just go back to Google search. And let's say I am doing a lesson on dolphins. So I type in DOLPHINS, dolphins. So I want to find some stuff about dolphins for my class. But I get all of this about Miami Dolphins, right? I don't want to talk to my science class about the Miami Dolphins. I want to talk to them about the mammal dolphins. And so what I can do is I can do dolphins minus Miami. You spell Miami, right? And then when I hit enter, it changes my search results. It has nothing about the Miami Dolphins. It's only dolphins. And so you can do that with any search. So if you do a search for something and you get a lot of results that you don't want to see, just do a minus that subject. Another thing you can do is when you go into YouTube, because we don't want to show these feature-length videos of, from YouTube in our classes, correct? So when I go into YouTube and I do a search, let's do Newton's laws and see what we get. And we get a 6-minute video, a 49-minute lecture, a 5-minute video, a 38-minute video, 11-minute video. Those are kind of long for my class. I wanted just a short clip to show them. Now there's a couple ways you can do that, but an easy way is just to do comma, short, and then hit enter. And now you're only going to get results of videos that are 4 minutes or less. And so we got 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 1:50. So all of these videos are in some way tagged or referenced by Newton's laws, and they're all under 4 minutes. So that's 2 search tips. Now, the last one is kind of secret, but not secret. It's kind of a hidden menu that a lot of people don't know about. And so when I do a Google search for an image, we all want to teach our students good digital citizenship, right? We want to model that ourselves. And so when we're finding these images for our class and for our presentations and for all this different stuff we use with students, we know that there's some, fair use laws, and we can use kind of what we want inside the classroom within reason, especially if we give attribution to the creators. But to teach our students exactly how to do this the correct way in the real world, let's look for smiley again. So I'm going to do a search for smiley, and then I'm going to click on images. Now, ordinarily, this is where we stop. We find the smiley face we want, we download it, then we use it wherever we want, and maybe we give attribution, maybe we don't. What we should be doing is clicking on this tools right here, and that gives us this little hidden menu, and we can click on usage rights. Now, by default, we get not filtered by license. So this is just every image out there. So if we click on any of these labeled for reuse with modification, just for reuse, for non-commercial reuse with modification, that means you can't make money off of it. These first 2, they don't care if you use them commercially or not. You could make it your logo, your brand, and IBM could use these to make their new IBM logo, whatever. These bottom 2 or for nonprofit kind of use. But any of these are labeled for reuse. And so if we click on the first one, reuse with modification, we get a certain set of images. Lots of smiley faces. All of it looks kind of clip arty. So let's try, we'll see what we get the other one. So we label for reuse, and it's slightly different. We have a little bit different set of pictures. Some of them are the same. If we do non-commercial, we get a little bit different subset of pictures. And then if we do non-commercial without modification, we get a little bit different set of those. This is the first, looks like, real picture that came in with that. And we get some of the clip arty stuff. So it depends on which one you do. So it's worth looking at all of them, especially if you're not using it for commercial purposes, just to see what kind of stuff comes through different filters. Now, let's just take it one step further and continue exploring this little menu. I can change the size. So if I want a really big picture, say I'm making a banner or a big poster, I can click large. And these are all large images, okay? And let's say I have a certain color I want to do. I want to do blue, okay? So I'm going to click blue under color. And now I only have things that are smiley, labeled for non-commercial reuse, that are large images and are blue in some fashion, okay? So let's try one more thing. Let's try type. I want to do faces. Now, faces refer to people. So this is going to give me people's faces that are smiley and some sort of blue color that are large, right? Now, if I wanted animations, there are none. So let's do clip art. There we go. Now we've got just clip art stuff. And so you can see how you can do these different categories and see the different options out there and know that you're practicing good digital citizenship when you do your searches and images this way. Those are 3 tips to make you a search superstar on YouTube using Chrome by setting your custom searches in the Omnibox, by using keyword searches, and by using image search with the tools to make sure that it's proper to reuse them with and or without attribution, and you're not stealing pictures. I hope these tips were useful to you today. As always, click that subscribe button if you like my content. If you want to be notified of everything that I do on YouTube when I post videos, click the bell next to subscribe. And then if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate the feedback. Until next time, I'll see you soon.